Hello, friends. Benjamin Franklin once said, "Tell me, I'll forget. Teach me, I'll remember. Involve me, I will learn." So, speaks volume or underlines the importance of hands on training. In today's session, we are going to learn how to use if and function and if and are function. So, we are going to have a hands on experience on that. So, how are we going to use if and if and are is what we are going to learn today. Before that, let me ask you a question. Why it is important to learn if and if and are function and how it is different basically from a nested if condition. When we have a nested if condition where we can, you know, write a formula if you have multiple criterias to meet, right? When you have that kind of formula, why would you require an if and function? Let me tell you the reason. The purpose of using if and instead of a nested if condition is nested if condition focuses more on the numerical conditions. When you have conditions which are generally numerical in nature or alphabets, right? It cannot combine both numeric and alphabets. Basically, you cannot have a kind of conditions where it has both ends, numeric as well as alphabets. So in this case, if and or if and are function can help you to meet conditions if it is alphanumeric. It has both numerics as well as alphabets. So let's learn by doing it. So in this case, see this data set. It has employee number, city, gender, compensation, data, and department. Most of my videos I'm using a similar data set. The reason being, you get more familiar with the information or the data which you are working on, right? Now, in this case, let's say I have a criteria, not numeric alone. It is an alphabet also. It's the text also. In this case, I want to incentivize people from this database who are from the city Jaipur, getting a salary which is less than 50,000. Similarly, part of the department advertising. So these are the three criteria we have with us to incentivize people. The criteria are someone comes from Jaipur, getting a salary less than 50,000 and part of the department advertising. Now, if this is the case, we cannot have it in a nested if condition because this has numeric, which is 50,000. This also has text values which are Jaipur and advertising. In this case, it is important for us to find out, or like important for us to use a nested if. Yes, in the sense, uh, not nested if. Yes, it is important for us to use if and if and are for this kind of scenario, right? So let's see how we can do it. Now, first let me focus on city. Let's create a column, separate column. In this column, let's say equal to if. When I put a formula, I have to just follow the syntax which is coming here, right? So equal to if, and then immediately I have to use and, or in this case, yeah, and we need to have all three conditions. Please remember, either you can use and or you can use or, depends on the requirement. In this case, I want all the conditions to be met, not any one condition, right? In that case, we have to use an and. Now, after using and, once you open the bracket, it will go for and function first because your if condition temporarily it is disabled. So we are using and. So the conditions are city is equal to, in double quotes, Jaipur, comma. Then you have compensation is less than 50,000. and then we have department equal to advertising. Here we have used both numeric as well as advertising is what it is. If this is meeting all this condition, right? Then meeting all this condition, assume that then what is that you want to have. Once you close the bracket after giving and, then we can give saying that eligible, comma, not eligible. Close the bracket. What I did, what we did, we have done equal to, okay, let's equal to if and B2, okay, which is Jaipur, B2 compensation which is less than 50,000, F2 which is department is advertising. If it is meeting all conditions, because we have used and function not or, then it is eligible, otherwise it is not eligible. So you will get the result like this. So we get the result. So the result will come as not eligible, right? It has come as not eligible. Then you can drag it down wherever the scenario matches. Okay, wherever it is matching. Let's say in this case where it has matched. These are the two. Let's say let's put a filter and see eligible criteria. So we'll know exactly where it is matched. So wherever it is Jaipur, less than 40,000, in fact less than 50,000 salary, and department advertising, it is considered as eligible. System has considered this as eligible. So this is the purpose of using an if and function, right? So I repeat again, when you have multiple criteria, conditions to meet, especially when the conditions are alphanumeric, right? It has both text as well as it has numbers. Then we should go ahead with if and function. That is what we did now. Now here the criteria is meeting all the conditions. So we have used and. Assume that if either one condition is met, let's say city is Jaipur, or let's say the department is advertising. We want to give incentive to all the people who belongs to advertising department. Or let's say even if one condition is met, somebody comes from Jaipur or getting a salary of less than 50,000, any of this any one condition is met. If you wanted to give 5,000, then we can say that instead of and, we can mention that it is or. So even one condition is met, it becomes, you can see here, even one condition is met, it becomes or. So see here some conditions, like maybe it will maybe the compensation is less than 50,000, or the city may be Jaipur if it is other case, or the department may be advertising. So if even one condition is met, it has become eligible. In this case, we have to see only the not eligible case where not even a single condition is met. Here it is media relation, not part of it. Compensation is greater than 50,000. City is Chennai, so it is not eligible. Like this, you could find in other column rows also. You will find why it is not eligible. This is the formula which can be widely used, especially when you are trying to classify people based on alphanumeric. Alphabets, it has alphabets, it has text values also. In that case, is go with if and or if or function. I hope you are very clear with the instructions given today. And in case if you find, if you want to use, let's say, date of joining, the date column. Here I'm saying the date is anybody who has joined after 1st July, okay, 2000, 1st July 2009, only eligible. Then you need to edit the formula including that as a criteria, the date. You can do it like this. Before editing, let's change this R into and. So we are just saying that if it meets all four conditions, city, compensation, department, date, then it is eligible, right? So we are making it as an and then we say, comma, this date is equal to, or let's say here in this case, it is greater than 1st July 2009. Don't type the date directly like 0107. System will not, Excel will not support that. What you can do instead is you can just type date, open the bracket, it formula, we are including a formula instead of typing directly. So we are using a date formula. Year is 2009, comma, month is 07, comma, 01, day. So you can include that as a part of your formula. We have including additional criteria, which is date is greater than 1/7/2009 within date format. Date format. Basically, the function name is date, not directly typing into the. So yeah, we need to close one more bracket here. Since we have added a new one, we are closing it and give enter to get the result. Now you'll find almost no line items are matching with this criteria, but we can manually change one and see whether the formula is working. Like let's say this Prabhagar, this particular line, we are changing this into 8th month. So we'll see whether it is matching, whether it is greater than July. If it works fine, if it turns into eligible, then the formula is correct. Yes, formula is correct. So this is the formula. You can make a note of it, right? Just increasing the font size for your understanding. See the formula in detail. Like if and B13 is equal to Jaipur, D13 is less than 50,000, 13 is equal to advertising, and then we say E13, which is date. Date, we have given the date. So basically what we have done here is we have added 4 different criterias together under and if it meets all these 4 conditions, then this line item is eligible for incentive, which means this employee is eligible for incentive, or else it will be not eligible. So this is the formula. Now in case if you want to say that even if it meets one condition, the employee is eligible, then instead of and, you can type here or. That is the difference. Right? I hope you understood very clearly the formula. It's very simple. You have to start with if and then build an operator which is and. Once you start and, if gets disabled, the other and formula will come where you can add all the conditions together, then close it. Once you close it with 2 brackets, your if condition gets reactivated, then you can give eligible followed by not eligible. In case if you want, even if one condition is met, if you want to give it as eligible, then you can mention or instead of and. I hope you guys, you folks have understood this concept very clearly. Thank you very much. Please do subscribe for these videos. I haven't requested so far for any of my previous videos, but I wish you start subscribing because we are going to see a lot more videos on Excel, Power BI, and other soft skills which are required for employability other than technical skills. So I request you all to start subscribing for this particular video. You will get every single day you'll get one video which will enhance your employability. Right? Thank you.